Alrighty. I'm really hoping that this works. Where's no, don't switch. Thank you. uh I'm wondering, oh, there's the void. There the void goes running. I'm wondering, I'm actually not sure if I should be. I'm trying to invite the others to come in. Sorry, I'm going to try and mute myself for a bit. There we go. So this we haven't publicized this live for anyone who's joining us because this is very much a test run. This is very, very much a test run for us, and I'm enjoying it. I'm very much enjoying just being able to play around, no pressure. I've got to say it's a lot more relaxing than TikTok live when you've got people coming in with disingenuous questions. I'm I'm trying to figure out how to send the link for the studio. Where are we? Ah, there we go. Here's the copy that. And go to the Discord and then go. No, I don't want that one. I'm gonna go. Where's event details? I've got to edit the event details, but it won't let me. Damn it. Okay. Guys, to join the chat on screen, go to this link. If you're keen to do so. No pressure. I don't want anyone to feel pressured to jump on. I'm just testing out the software and having a very fun time doing it. Can't post comments to some destinations. Okay. So there you go. Apparently, there is, if you type comments on your destination, wherever you're watching this. Oh, sorry. Hang on, let me mute myself. I was really hoping someone wanted to jump on and talk today because I really just wanted to talk about the myth of individualism and how ridiculous it's gotten, because I am just getting so sick of all of these videos out there that are talking about. I mean, the amount that I have seen, the collection of different videos I've seen complaining about millennial parents in a variety of different ways. And it's like this really great way of like further alienating Gen Z from the millennial generation by complaining about our children. And some of the stuff that I have seen has been about how I don't want to get into it too much until I've got someone here whose ideas I can bounce across, but Uh, 2 points of contention have been education, the education levels that these children are exhibiting, and, the second one that I've really seen has been their behaviour in public. And it just really does, I gotta say, it really pisses me off a bit because, we seem to forget there was a whole ass like, the world is fundamentally, I think Gen Z, Gen Z had already settled into sort of like a social identity before the pandemic. Like they were old enough to have settled into a social identity before the world went to shit. And so they were modifying a social personality through those years and through that experience of being in lockdowns and I'm not at all saying COVID's over. I'm just saying that our governments have decided to stop treating it like it's an issue. Oh, but anyway, goodness me, sorry, I keep the new little kitten, the Void, has been running back and forward and jumping up for cuddle, which is fantastic, but yeah, gives me the sneezes. Oh, and that's Gonzo. It's the cat. It's honestly the cat zoo around here. Oh, so I was having a little bit of a problem with this idea. Oh, sugar, I forgot to mute myself. Oh, goodness me. The person who does my editing is not going to enjoy having to cut out. It's like the silent bits is not too bad because you can obviously see it, but when you've got that spike and you're not sure if it's someone laughing or someone blowing their nose, like it's better if it's silence, you know? Oh, I'm going to jump over onto the Discord and have a chat and see if anyone is. I can't see. I think if anybody's waiting, they just come straight in. Yeah, guests can stream this to their own destinations. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to do it as well, because on TikTok you have one person who's the host and the other person's a guest, but that means people will join who are their followers. And because it's a name that you might not recognize, you might not get the dynamic. And so they don't have any control over the comment section. They don't have any control over who can come into the stream or not. So you might get someone who's, and I've had this happen, someone was a regular commenter, interactor of Amy, lipstick sheet. I love that we've all got to say our 20 names. And because I was unfamiliar with the dynamic, I was just thought he was straight up trolling. And Lipstick pointed out to me that no, he does that as a way to keep the conversation going, in a way to sort of stimulate conversation and to help generate content. Like it goes up in the algorithm if there's comments on there about the topic you're talking about, and it's a way, like asking those basic questions that he knows you'll know the answer to, as a way to keep stimulating the conversation. I was like, oh, okay, so he's tactically asking basic questions that seem patronizing, like, because that's how it seemed to me as someone who was discussing Middle Eastern politics, to have someone then go, like, specifically, what's your problem with the issues going on in at the moment? Because I did East Asian and Middle Eastern politics both when I was at uni, so it's a region of the world But I'm not going to say I know, because you're talking about so many different diverse countries. So one of the things that really sticks out in my mind from one of my classes in this subject was Turkey, how Turkey had a democracy. And it was like the title of the article we were discussing was, "Is that the sound of democracy going in reverse?" And it was the first time I'd really questioned the legitimacy. And I know this is going to sound really stupid, having grown up, as an Indigenous person who didn't vote. Like, we did not participate in the electoral system, the election system at all growing up. My parents still don't, to my knowledge. So growing up sort of in that context, my mum wasn't even considered legitimate human until she was living. Oh, God almighty. They had a referendum to decide if she was considered human when she was a flippin' child. Just anyway, just, when you grow up in that kind of context, it's sort of, it might seem weird, but it was just a matter of, it's a fact. It's a fact of life. And we didn't like it, but it wasn't like it wasn't like its existence was questioned, if that makes sense. It was a matter of it being, um this has been imposed on us, we're not participating. But it was never a feeling of, I want to turn my the cat's just used the litter box. So ah Gonzo just jumped a mile. The void was sitting there waiting for the toilet, and Gonzo just jumped a mile. Gonzo does not like going inside. He growls at me until I take him outside, usually. uh, I usually do. I take him out on his little lead. But anyway, it's all good. Um, where on earth I have got to, honestly, I've got to figure out what I am doing. This was only going to be a short one. I really hope. I don't know how to put an end time on them. I think it just automatically comes up with an end time. But I think that end time's like half an hour. So I won't be on for much longer by myself. Unless someone else joins me, and then I might keep going. But oh, there's the void. Well, I'm going to be on again in a couple of hours. So this one was more to test out and see, make sure I knew what I was doing. And that's the other reason I was hoping that I'd have a guest on right now, is I could test out that facility for later on. Oh, there we go. My eyes. Itchy, itchy. Oh, there we go. Oh. Little kitty cat. The void is just, the kids have nicknamed him Ninja. Oh, goodness me. I was calling him Midnight, and it just didn't really feel like it fit, because he's not, he's not really. I was going to say, when we first got him, he was very, very still. And he just sit for very long periods of time. But I realized that was probably just in comparison to the other one, who we really couldn't seem to socialize, who was just like bang gone, bang gone. And Gonzo wasn't here then when we had the two socialized kitties, so we did have to pass one over to the professionals. To we had to relinquish that one, which is always difficult. Like, even though you can't personally rehome every single little unsocialized kitten you find. And these ones were living in my parents' shed. They, Mum just abandoned them. We didn't even know they were there. And then Mum's like, there's a couple of kittens out there that have just been abandoned. And there were three, but one died. And that was, pretty sad. But yeah, once and that's the difficult thing, is that there was this old cat who was living in that shed when we moved in, and we just left him alone. Um, I mean, we fed him. We fed him to stop him from hunting, and then he just pretty much didn't leave the shed unless other cats would come round. And then he passed away. He died. um, I don't know. It just seems weird to talk about a cat that way. Oh, Gonzo, no. Um, and then since then, there's been this really big problem of pregnant cats moving in when it's time for them to have their litters, because it's a big, safe space. And it's my parents have just had a real problem with it. They keep finding these cats moving in, having kittens, and catching them and taking them in to the shelter. And these ones were a bit older, and they seemed really sickly. And Mum said it seems really unfair to stick somebody else with that kind of issue. And then one of them, unfortunately, passed away. They had an issue with their heart. Hey, Godzo. Hang on one second. Hey, you okay? Oh my goodness. Gonzo's being a bit of an asshole. Ninja's getting his balls snipped in a couple of weeks, and I'm hoping that will help with the issues that we've got at the moment. Golly goodness me. Golly goodness me. I cannot stay on track. This is why I needed to have like a little buddy to help keep me on track as well. Ah, golly gosh. But yeah, I don't know. I guess right back to what I was talking to you at the beginning. um, we've got some really, really strange ideas about parenting, and I think that feeds into. I was rewatching Philosophy Tube's A Man Plagiarized My Work, their last month's video. I was rewatching it last night, and it just really got me thinking about how that fits into so many different things. Like, as a parent, so many of the issues in society are placed squarely on your shoulders. It's bizarre, because people talk about the problem with the youth crime and it's the parents, and now it's like, youth education, it's the parents, and everything just gets labeled loaded straight on the parents. And we ignore all of the social issues and pressures that have got us to this point. Like, we're ignoring the fact that parents get to spend less time with their children than they ever have, like, in the history. Like, our children have to be in the care of others more than any other generation has ever experienced. Like, a not at war generation. And really, I feel like it's important to note, because we've got such a Western centric idea of these, everyone sort of constantly get told about all of the progress, all of the progress, all of the progress. I know I'm probably rambling now, but no one's even watching, so who cares? But people forget that we've had cures for toothache in this country since, well, like, we've we've been able to take care of our teeth without needing capitalism And there are kids actively dying from tooth decay in America. This is your idea of progress? Like, when we talk about these concepts, we've got to be really careful that we don't forget that we have a very Western, English even centric view of history that is spoken about, and even the way that we talk about these topics. When we talk about history, people will often default, they default to that idea in their mind of history. Whereas when I'm talking about history, I talk about things like historically we had healthcare, we had free healthcare in this country. And people will say, yeah, but you didn't have cures for cancer. And it's like, no, but now, unless you have money, you don't get the cure for cancer. So things haven't really, like, it's only an option for people who can afford it. So it's not really progress, is it? We're in the same boat. We don't really have access to it. So what difference does it make if we have it or not? And also those things, like when the English arrived here, they didn't have a cure for cancer. When the invaders rocked up on Australia's shore, they didn't have cures for toothache. They were putting leeches on themselves to cure ailments. Like, yes, there were some, they had some, advanced treatments and things for setting bones. But we act as though we go, well, congratulations for cures for cancer, or congratulations for being able to have scans and things to tell you that when you're pregnant or whatever. But it's not like the English rocked up here with those things and just, it's, you cannot say that a lot of those things wouldn't have been like like there is every possibility. There is every possibility that if the English didn't colonize, they would still be putting leeches on people. You know? I don't know how to phrase that to get the point across that I'm trying to make. But like, you can't assume. You can't assume that it's like all the benefits. Like when housing, I like to talk about it in terms of housing because you say to us, you should be grateful that you've got a house. But if it's not fit for our needs, if it's not fit for purpose, like what we would prefer would be to have the means to be able to go out and, have the resources to build the sort of dwellings that would suit our family structures and our lifestyles. And, like being told that they're going to build a Noongar centre, but you can't have a fire there. Like they're gonna have like a fire pit, but like it's gonna be a fake fire. I'm like, what the fuck? Why can't we just have a fire? Like campsites have fire pits. What the hell? It's infantilizing. Oh, okay. Oi, goodness me. Whoa. All right. I think. Let me have a look. General. um. How do I add a role? There we go. Admin. Whoops. I think what are we doing here? It's on your recommended section, is it? Oh shit. Oh shit, I only just saw that. Oh, goodness me. Ah, I have no clue what I'm doing. uh, with no stress. Oh, right. Oh, goodness me. I'm trying to figure out if I'm just trying to make sure that there isn't somebody. Maybe what I should say is if you. There we go. I'm back to the comments. God. I'm in the Discord at the moment, which you can't see on the screen. It's the only frustrating bit. Got to work out how to connect. Oh, what's this? Ideas and feedback. Oh, that's new. Ah, stream room. Maybe that's what I have to connect it to. If I can find the code for Discord. I'm mucked up my neck. Well, I've actually mucked up my shoulder. Is what I've mucked up. I can feel it. I can feel it all under my shoulder blade. Ugh. And I can feel where it's tugging on my poor little spine. But I'm feeling it in my neck. I'm feeling the stiffness up here in my neck. Oh, lordy, lordy, lord. Yeah, back to parenting. I'm just getting really, really fed up with the narrative. I'm getting fed up with the narrative around parenting at the moment, and this we've just forgotten how much the wider society plays a role in things like our ability to take care of our children, and also particularly in terms of schooling. We were trying to homeschool our children while working full time, not to mention the fact that two-thirds of Australian children are food insecure at the moment. Do you know what a lack of food security does to a child's brain development? It's not good. It's not good. And so to sit there and act like it's all just on the parents, it just really bugs me because once again, we're lumping everything on individuals and ignoring the systemic issues. And this is part of the Peterson ploy. This is part of the Peterson playbook where he acts as though, oh, maybe it's not even streaming on YouTube. Gosh almighty. I haven't checked. Oh, I haven't checked that it's even working. Ah! Oops, sorry. Gosh. This is annoying, isn't it? Didn't even think to check this. Oh, it's up there twice. It's up there twice. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. Sugar, sugar, sugar. Oh, sugar. What is going on? What is going on? Oh my goodness. See, this is why you got to do practice runs. This is just bizarre. Just bizarre. What is going on? All right. No, no, no. Oh, damn it. Oh, goodness me. Oh, goodness me. Oh, I don't know how I managed to do this. All right, I'm gonna have to end it. I'm gonna have to end it and start again and see what happens if I haven't scheduled one. Oh gosh. Uh, Flippin' heck. Al Jazeera English is live at the moment. Flippin' heck, I feel like what was his name? Shrouded, what was his name? The guy who went up against Hegel. I was like, I'm only going to give lectures at the same time as Hegel, and Hegel's like, yeah, whatever, I'll still hire you. He wasn't appreciated in his day. Oh, I like to pretend that it's canon. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I think it is, but anyway, doesn't matter. Oh my gosh, cat allergies. Cat allergies. Yeah, I'm gonna end the end the live stream, and then we're gonna try again. We're gonna bloody hell! We're gonna try this again.